Put your little iPad away, you big gimp.
What's this?
Because Daddy's got you. Adam's running the show today. But what do you make of the whole Usyk Fury thing?
There's so much money in it and there's so much politics that I'm really just not interested in it.
I put these points in there in hopes of eliciting actual conversation.
I know it's not nice, is it? When
have you seen have you seen those?
When you spend hours planning out a podcast and you put these little points in and then you offer it to the person that you're sitting with and they go, yeah, I'm not that arsed. You go, well, fucking hell, I'm fucked now because I've got no left.
Have you seen the little talking head Twitter videos I've been doing to each other?
No.
No? All right. I am Adam.
I'm sure.
Put your little iPad away, you big gimp.
What's this?
Because Daddy's got you. Adam's running the show today. I'm sick of this is like a 2012 MacBook, so we might be
It's like
we might be waiting a while. But yeah, I'm does that look all right, George?
Yeah.
Have I messed everything up? So I'm surprising you today by I'm gonna normally technically I co-host, right, and Josh is really the host that drives everything, including lots of the vulgarity. But so today I'm gonna do the hosting bit, and naturally it's probably gonna be a catastrophe. But therein lies the entertainment. Anyway, how have you been, mate?
I've got palpitations now. I'm a bit of a. You've known me for a few years, mate. I'm a bit of a control freak. I don't like this. But yeah, I'm all right.
Doing all right, yeah.
Yeah, you okay?
Doing all right. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm in command now.
Oh, yeah?
He's eyeing up his next point already.
No, I'm
Ask Josh if he's okay.
Yeah,
You know what you're gonna say? Like everyone, get down in the comments. And once you finish watching this, and tell you who does the nice slick transitions. I'm not gonna be like Josh and be like, yeah. So moving on
Such a cheeky
to
bastard,
the next part. Right. So let's do a little tete-a-tete, right? I realise, well, people are going to know that we filmed these back-to-back, but how have you been this past week? Because mostly last episode we talked about my exploits. Anything happened to you this last week or so?
It's been a busy one, actually. We've done a lot of recording for multiple clients. The Rolex dealer client that we joked about having Jeffrey Dahmer as his little photographer. He's at 5,000 subscribers, so congratulations.
What's his
name? Charlie Walker, the Honest Watch Dealer. That's his channel name.
His name is
The Honest
Watch Dealer.
Yeah.
I feel like that's covering up the fact that perhaps he's not honest.
Well, yeah, no, but it sort of works.
Why would you
He
call
gives
it?
advice.
I would assume that you were honest unless you told me otherwise.
I thought that, but it's kind of working. It's definitely working.
It's good, that man, yeah.
And then obviously we had Paul Smith on the podcast a few weeks back. They finally announced who his opponent is, which is
they announced it now.
Yeah, Jake Quickenden.
Can't wait to see. You better get me tickets for that, man. Ringside. I'll pay for him. I'll pay top dollar for him because it's all for charity.
All right, yeah.
But just make sure I'm there because I want to see him splatter this fool.
He's a big dude, you know. I've been on Essex a couple of times with him, and he's sitting at 95 kilos at the minute, and he's got to fight at 77. It's a long way to go.
That's a heavy cut,
isn't it?
Paul's looking lean and mean, man.
Yeah.
Looks like a unit.
So that's been pretty exciting. We've been up and down country doing that. Where have I been? I went to Ostravar, which looks like a map off COD. It's like you go there, you stay in your hotel. That's like
like a war zone.
Yeah. But
Where is Ostravar?
It's like
country?
north Czech Republic.
All right.
Yeah. It's like northeast of Czech Republic.
You've been there before, haven't you?
I have, and I didn't leave the hotel that time. It's a very hard city. It's like, yeah. You having a Google of it?
No.
All right, yeah. Yes, I went there, came back. Where else have I been? London. I've been all over the place, haven't I?
What we doing down in? What are you doing down in London?
Went filming for Octagon, for some fighters. Essex, London. I went to Liverpool last week, watched a film with Paul Smith, watched his show, The Joker. That was good.
You got a nice life, haven't you? Nice and sweet. Just turn up with a camera. I know what you'll be doing. You get a little bit of something in the foreground. There you go. Shoot it 100 frames. He throws it off to George. Yeah, George, edit that. I know what you're less. Anyway, is that everything that you've been up to?
Yeah, pretty much, mate. Yeah.
Right. Well, you know what we normally.
Oh wait, no, sorry. This week I'm going to the Giraffe Lodge, which everybody in the comments said was a great idea.
Get it vlogged. Get it vlogged for the Patreon. Oh look, Daniel, a giraffe sticking its head through our window. Feed it a leaf.
Sorry, mate. Carry on with your hosting.
Yeah, what I was going to say is we start every comment. I'll fuck that up.
Smooth.
We start every podcast with a YouTube comment, right? This is a bit of a twist though, because they're not going to be YouTube comments from the podcast. But hang on. Oh wait, no, let me turn this up. I was trying to give George a day off today because I'm in control of everything. That's better. It's time for a YouTube comment from you. Oh fuck. It's time for a YouTube comment from you.
Hey.
I downloaded that piano app just for that. Right, so these are actually, wait, they're on my phone.
That's the laptop on.
Wait, that's just for cues of that's for cues of other stuff. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so
Feeling dead air with yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These are comments, right, on your both of them. You're not getting away with it, George. Your YouTube channels, respectively.
All right.
Mine as well.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It was admittedly a little bit harder than I anticipated, and the payoff's not really that good because you've deleted loads of your videos. I've noticed.
There's only 9 videos on my channel now.
You sly bastard. But George's was a little bit more fruitful. So anyway, let me just start.
Fruity. You've got an active audience, haven't you, Georgie boy? How many subscribers you got now?
I couldn't even tell you. No, I don't
400,000.
400 something.
Okay, 400k, nice.
I don't know what this is. We're gonna start with you, Josh, right?
What video? Can't remember.
Fuck knows. No, I don't know. But anyway, it's immaterial. So I thought I'd try to get some bad ones and some good ones. There actually weren't that many bad ones, but this one did make me laugh. From Rage in Ryan 185, it says first time watching came from Beard's channel. Video was really entertaining, but the hard cuts at some points during the live vlogs were a little much. Maybe it was cut for time purposes, but something I've learned from years of watching vlogs is people like authentic one takes to kind of capture the life whoever's on film for a brief moment.
Fluid as well, that. But Adam, well done, mate.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was reading something which is
Graphically
it's not particularly grammatically accurate, let's put it that way, right? So, but yeah, I thought that was quite funny in that he was criticising the way that you'd cut the vlog. But at the same time,
you disagree with what you do. I highly disagree with what you
Nobody wants to see articulate though Josh is. Nobody wants to listen to him like for 8 minutes. Like, yeah, I'm going into Tesco now to buy a prawn sandwich. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy. Big shift in white balance as we go inside. Right. So that was one. This one is another one that made me laugh for different reasons. From a guy called Destroyer, and the comment is, "This was a year ago." Wait, so do you get those sick drone shots and angles on Beard's videos? So that must have been one that we did together.
Yeah.
And he thinks you're my fluff or whatever, like my back. There's no camera guy.
Some people think that I film your videos.
Yeah, do you think that's...
And we've clarified it a lot, I think, on the podcast.
I think that might be in no small part due to the fact that you... there was recently an article in, I think, the Yorkshire Evening Post, which suggested... Whatever. The Yorkshire Post, which somehow suggested that you were in some way responsible for my success. Which I did find quite humorous. That shows you the level of research they do in modern day journalism. But this is, I thought we'd finish off with a nice one, which is from Angel Fortuny. Goss. I don't know if that's just the person's misspelling Josh. Goss, or maybe it's God. God, I love the fun way you'll put the questions on screen in the beginning. The updates in this is crazy. Love it. The expression of constant development and always outdoing your last work is brilliant. Well done to you and your entire team. Respect. I think that might be from the one. Was it you did something about how to do a Netflix style documentary?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had to watch that back myself a few times. I did a video on how to shoot like the Netflix Drive to Survive series, like how to get that look.
Yeah, I think.
But then I've had to rewatch it to remember how to actually do it. But yeah, it's good.
Teaching yourself.
Yeah, I've had to like reteach myself. But it's good. I mean, like. Nice comments, thanks, mate. Yeah,
it's all right. I have to say, I'm rather shocked and appalled that not a single one of those was responded to. I'm afraid that, I mean, if I can do it, I'm really fucking around.
It's because I spent 2 years or like a year doing them twice a week. Reply to everybody, but nah.
This one is for George, which was your most. I don't know what it was, but it's the most viewed video on your channel. Remember what that was?
It's the same. It's how to edit a Netflix style documentary.
Oh, right, okay. Well, this is a comment from Nose in Feld from 2 months ago, equally not replied to. But the comment is, this video is amazing. If learned so much. Oh no, if learned so much. Which I think is why I choned it. What, choned it? I think this is why I chose it. It's just thought that again. No, I'm fucking around. This video is amazing. If learned so much, with a love heart emoji. I think the person means I've learned so much.
Yeah.
I did notice I didn't include all of them, but oh no, wait, I did. The next comment is, wait, how do you have 150 subs only? That's from Mage6679. So that's a complimentary one. I thought it was nice.
Yeah, you get them all the time and you're just like, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately.
It's definitely somebody that's not subscribed as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone give George a sub. You know, he tries hard-ish. I did, but I'm ended on a bad one for you here, George. Sorry. It's not that bad, though. It says it's from Zakaria Chana. Desaturation might be fun for a few seconds when you want to make something memorable. Removing colour from the whole video? Not good. It's like going back in advancement. Yeah, the 1800s. I think this fad needs to stop.
There's some crackheads on YouTube, isn't there?
I don't know that in the 1800s they didn't have colour, period, so they didn't desaturate things. There wasn't even film, was there, in the 1800s?
Well, obviously I didn't do my whole video in black and white, so
I think they
were talking about that.
He said desaturated, so I think he means it probably looks a bit flatter. I don't know, but whatever. He wasn't happy with the way your video looked, George.
Well, he can make his own guy.
that's a line straight out of BeardMeatsFood's replies there.
No, I wouldn't have even been bothered. Mine definitely can't be accused of being flat. If anything, mine are too saturated. Right. But everyone likes bright colours, don't they? So I hope you enjoyed the totally ramshackle YouTube comment section. How do you feel all right, boys?
Beautiful. Can we throw some of ours in? George prepared.
Nobody knew that I was coming up and
we don't know
taking over the ship today, staging a mutiny. So we do actually have some other comments. Go on, George.
Well, we had one from Jake Stanley saying, there is nothing better than sitting down with two 19.2 ounce cans of 9.4% beer and watching you three knobs go about your business, except when you add weed to the mix. Love you three, don't go anywhere.
I think everyone thinks we were high on that record. You know, when I almost tipped you over the edge, people think we were on drugs. And it was like a Monday morning at 11 o'clock.
Pretty further from the truth.
Yeah, no, it certainly wasn't.
That's a nice comment. That warmed my heart, though. That's a nice comment.
It was very specific about the measurements, though.
Yeah.
I like that. I like some specificity.
We should do a podcast where we have two 19-ounce, 9.4% beers.
With it.
I would be on my ass, I think.
After two?
I definitely would, yeah. 9%?
I don't think after two, though. You might be a little
fresh.
A little fresh.
Like when we had the, what was that stuff? That drink? Mead.
Nice, isn't it?
Good stuff. That.
Wait, did you tell people that I bought some for your birthday?
And then drank it.
No, I drank a little bit of it because you offered me some.
Any more comments?
We had a comment from Paul Smith on his Instagram saying, what? The Josh Gudgeon hasn't seen Alien.
Told you.
And then Josh replied, I didn't grow up in the 80s like you two suckers. Watch a real film, will you? Like Jackass 2. And then Paul replied again saying, you do my head in, you. Get some culture, you prick.
So it's not just me. It can't be just me and Paul and I that think that... And plus, Alien came out in 1979. I was born in 1985.
All right.
So it's not like it's just a seminal film that you should have seen. There are films everyone should have seen, right? And I can forgive, I think, if you've missed a few of them, but...
Yeah, but like when we did that thing of the week, you're like, have you seen Alien 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
and you
7?
Said, yeah.
Alien versus Predator, Predator versus Alien.
Yeah, what did
Predator
you say?
1, Predator 2, Predator 3, Predator... I'm like...
And the same thing about Predator, like you're talking shit now, but what you actually said there was, yeah, I've seen Alien versus Predator, so you've seen the worst of the entire franchise.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was the worst, did I?
There's a new Predator film out, isn't there?
That's actually good. Prey, you mean?
Prey, yeah. Why do you
Yeah.
watch that, Josh?
Prey.
Prey.
Have you seen the original Predator?
No.
Mike was talking about it last night.
So fuck if Mike was talking about it.
You son of a bitch. I'm here. Kill me now. Do it now. I'm here.
That Borat? What was that?
Are you done, George?
Yeah, I've done. That's
Right.
it for me.
So I thought, oh man,
This is fun, isn't it? It's fun.
I didn't make it. I intended to. I did this really late last night. While incidentally, I was rewatching. You ever seen Audition? No.
No.
You go home. You got any time tonight? You got time for a bit of homework tonight?
No.
Well, if you ever find time, watch Audition.
Audition.
Yeah. If anyone knows,
I want to watch that new. Have you seen Whale? That one that's.
I've seen that.
Brendan Fraser's just got his Oscar for.
I feel it's going to reduce my tears.
Yeah, it will. It's pretty hard hitting.
I don't know. It's
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a bit horrible.
I'm a big fan of that whole Renaissance thing. Brendan Fraser, Renaissance.
Yeah.
Because I always have fond memories of him, not only in The Mummy, which was great.
Classic.
Oh, you have seen that?
I've seen
Sweet. And but I also in the part he played in Scrubs was unreal. If anyone ever used to watch Scrubs, a really sad. Obviously, it's a comedy, but one of the storylines in Scrubs, I can't remember what series it was, but Brendan Fraser's character dies. But I think it won some award for at the time for best dramatic TV show. It wasn't it wasn't really a drama show, but anyway, people that have seen Scrubs will know how sad that episode is. But anyway, what was I talking about then?
Whale.
No, George mentioned Whale. I was talking about something. Oh, I said go watch Audition.
Oh, right.
I was watching it last night, and I was explaining why this is so poorly planned because I was watching a non-English language film last night. So I was trying to watch the subtitles while doing this. Anyway, I was going to do a little jingle for everything, but I didn't. So this section is called "Shit That Happened While I Was Gone."
Okay.
None of this is particularly compelling.
Sorry, I just want to text me now.
But go on. Did you see? Of course, the Oscars happened while I was gone.
Yeah.
And I generally, when I'm away, I'm a bit out of I'm out of the loop anyway. But I don't really, I don't keep up with current affairs. But I did happen to see on Twitter a lot of people going spare about a speech that a little interview that Hugh Grant did at the Oscars. Do you see it?
I didn't. I did see people kicking off about it though. Like, what? Have you going to play it?
No, I don't have it, but you can overlay it maybe.
All right, okay.
But can we play it? So where we can?
Can I quote it?
You can, but you only get a sense for it if you watch
just
the
play
video.
it, and we can play it. We definitely can play it.
You're making out like I've got the video.
Oh, sorry.
Shot.
Yeah, get out on your phone. Yeah.
How fun is it to shoot something like that?
Well, I'm barely in it. I'm in it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, but still, you showed up and you had fun, right?
Almost.
Okay.
Fucking, that's like talking to you after you haven't eaten for 50 hours.
What are you wearing tonight then?
Just my suit.
Your suit? Who made your suit? You didn't make it.
I can't remember my tailor.
That's okay.
What a fucking arsehole.
Come on.
I've seen enough.
The stupid questions.
Nah, I've seen enough. So she's doing a job, right? She's there trying to do a job. If you didn't want to get interviewed, you should have just fucking walked on past and fucked off.
Right, wait a second. Because I saw people, let's cancel Hugh Grant. I hate Hugh Grant, And I thought, actually, first of all, you need to consider what's the context. Is that a pre-programmed thing? Or has she just kind of captured him as he was walking by? Can he do an interview? And he might say, "Oh, I'll do an interview." Wait a second. Yeah. And he doesn't know what she's going to ask. And I think the thing with that is, I thought he's not. I don't think he's being rude. I think he's being British. Because have you ever seen that interview with Robert Smith of The Cure, the Grammys or something?
Oh yeah, when they're like,
"Are you excited?" And he's like, "Well, not as excited as you."
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And it's kind of like that. And they left out a part of that video where I think she says something like, "Oh, it's Vanity Fair, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, it definitely is Vanity Fair." But he's talking about it in the literal sense, like the book Vanity Fair. So I think she's asking questions like, well, you might not, if somebody asked me like, "What are you wearing?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's a sweater." Like, who remembers it? It's because he's not buying into the fact that it's all this pomp and pageantry. All right, you could say, well, he could boycott the Oscars and not turn up.
Yeah.
But he might be under contract as being part of a film that he has to go to the Oscars. I don't think he's being rude. I think he's just being.
I think that whole evening will be choreographed so that, and it'll have a PR team machine behind him that'll be like, "Oh yeah, you can't have an interview with this lady." So like he's then gone, "Right, we'll do that interview." Or somebody said, "Right, you do that interview." I just think it's awkward, because of the two people that I put myself in the shoes, right? I ain't going to be Hugh Grant because I'm not going to be an actor, so I'm not going to be asked questions. And if I were the person asking questions, she's doing, I don't know who she is, she's doing her best to try and interview someone.
I'm not saying that the interview is at fault. What I'm saying is the general consensus on the internet, on Twitter that I saw, was that people thought he was being diabolically rude.
Right.
And I think he's just been.
I think he was just being a bit
I
short.
think it would have been rude.
That would be me. If you know, remember that I got invited to that thing, that award thing in London, and I didn't want to go. Right?
So you didn't go, yeah?
Yeah, but if for whatever reason, let's say I was, God forbid, I was assigned to a multi-channel network, they're like, gotta go, and I was there, and they said, you know, are you excited to see anyone win tonight? Like, imagine if I went to the, you know, the Streamies or whatever, the YouTube Awards.
Yeah.
They said, are you excited to see Creator of the Year? I'd be like, no, interestingly enough, I'm not excited to see Logan Paul win Creator of the Year. No. That doesn't make you rude. I don't think he's trying to be a rude to that person. He's just being pretty, what's the word? Morose? I don't know. I don't think he's being rude. But I wanted to see what your take on it was. And
Is it as you suspected?
I thought you would think he was being rude. And I thought, as has turned out to be the case, that George would agree with me.
Right. Interesting. I just think that, I think it's your duty there. If you're there and you're the star, at least just play the game with the people that are just trying to do their jobs.
Yeah, but what if, like I said, what if the context is he's got to be there on the contract of a film, and he doesn't believe in all this like awards nonsense? Yeah. It might not be the case. I might be making excuses for you.
No, I can see both sides then.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, that covered it as well. I just want to give an honourable mention as well, given that the Oscars happened. That I'm sure you won't care, but I don't know how you say his name. Is it Ke Huy Quan? Won Best Supporting Actor for that movie, which I haven't seen yet. Everything Everywhere all at once. Is it good? You've seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I need to see it. I think she was in The Whale as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, well,
remember.
No, because like that's the guy, right? Michelle Yeoh she won Best Actress,
right,
or Best Actor. But the reason I mentioned Ke Huy Quan first is because he's had like a massive hiatus from acting because he was famous for being the kid as a child actor for being Data in Goonies.
Yeah,
and then he played Short Round in the Indiana Jones movie. And he might have acted a little bit since, but he's basically not acted now. He's old as fuck, right? He's old, right?
37 years old.
He's older than me. I think he's 50 or whatever, and he won an Oscar and he thanked his mum in the speech, which I thought was really
nice.
Everyone likes to see resurgences like that done. I feel like maybe I might just quit YouTube one day and then come back 10 years into the future.
I forgot, you just reminded me, I forgot to tell you, Josh is doing a short film, right?
Yeah.
A horror film.
Yeah.
Where I think, I'm not giving too much away. I'm pretty long story short, it's about, I think it's about 4 travelers or 4 people that go into like this one house and then everything happens in the house.
Yeah.
And I joked with him as we were driving down to Essex. I was like, because there's a part for like a hobo, like a homeless person, heroin addict. I'm being polite. I'm like, and I was like, I said, Adam wants to act, and I thought, right, genuinely, I thought, like, with the right makeup and like scruff your hair up and that, we could make you look like a smackhead.
They wouldn't need black makeup, would they, surely?
But I thought that
bit of like some of that black stuff they put under your eyes to make you look like you're ill.
But I said Adam might be down for that because like that'd be a cool opportunity. You get to do a film. Sorry, it's a feature film that you're going to film over like a week or 2 weeks. But like he might actually do that because he wants to try it. Yeah.
Was he reluctant? Because
no, he was like, that's fucking that's a great idea.
At your birthday, when I was talking to Blewett, who people won't know, but he filmed. For context, he's filmed a few of the music videos.
He's DP'd on that. Yeah.
I said to him, I was like, if you ever need like a bit of a naff extra or whatever, give me a call because I'd just like to see if I could do it. I don't want to be an actor or anything like that. I want to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
So if he wants me to do that, I'll make all the time in the world for him.
I said you do it, so like that could be
market the whole film, starring BeardMeatsFood.
I feel like though as well. That's right in my wheelhouse. I don't have to try hard to look a bit dishevelled, do I?
I think you do a right good job of it.
Maybe I'll method act it, become an actual heroin addict. I'm that dedicated to get addicted to heroin. Anyway, I thought we'd mention that real quick. Also, what do you make of I don't like to get into it too much, but what do you make of the whole Usyk Fury thing, the spat that's going on Twitter, the back and forth trying to arrange a fight and all that?
I honestly try to avoid that. Annoys me now with boxing, just because there's so much money in it and there's so much politics that I'm really like just not interested in it. And like,
is that it? I put these points in there in hopes of eliciting like actual conversation.
I know it's not nice, is it?
Have you seen have you seen those?
When you spend hours planning out a podcast and you put these little points in, and then you offer it to the person that you're sitting with, and they go, "Yeah, I'm not that arsed." You go, "Well, fucking hell, I'm fucking out because I've got no left."
Have you seen the little talking head Twitter videos I've been doing to each other? No. All right.
It's bad, isn't it? I genuinely haven't seen him. I'm sorry, no, I haven't.
Well, it's all right. I wouldn't expect. I don't know why I keep seeing stuff on Twitter that I don't follow any boxing accounts. So I don't really know why these things show up. But yeah, I noticed that they're
having a little back and forth.
The thing I find about like Tyson Fury is I think it's. I'm sure nobody gives a shit about my 2 cents on Tyson Fury, but I find it a bit odd that somebody who became a bit of a national hero, didn't he, not too long ago, following his recovery from addiction and getting back in the ring and winning everything, and making mental health and men's mental health in particular a big part of like the social agenda. I find it a bit odd and contradictory that he does that and then puts videos on Twitter. Calling Usyk like a gappy-toothed, ugly dosser or something like that. Yeah. And I think those I get it. Like you got to try and sell a fight, right? A bit of back and forth. I'm like, does it really need to descend into that? And then you get him saying, oh well, you've got 10 days to sign the contract and you're only getting 30% of the purse. I'm like, I think that's why people care less about boxing now than they did say in the 90s, whatever golden era of it, because like. It feels to me like people try and contrive these circumstances where they can just get out of doing a fight.
Yeah, because like you said, he is and was a national hero for what happened there with his mental health battle and then going obese and then coming back to getting in shape and fighting and winning a title. But like, you don't know if you're coming or going with him as well. It's like, I'm retired. I'm not retired. I'm fighting. I'm not fighting.
I'll fight for free.
I'll give my money to charity.
But give me $1 billion.
Give me $1 billion, but then give 30%. And it's like, oh, fucking hell, mate, I can't keep up.
And I think, doesn't that like lose you a bit of... Because if that fight happens, I'm not a big boxing fan, but I'll watch it. And I'll although it's unlikely, I would love to see Usyk just splatter the dude. Because like I like him. I think he seems like super humble. He seems like he's mad as a box of frogs, which I like.
I'd say that's pretty controversial. Like not backing Fury though, because he's like a. This could be. I'm pretty sure this is a unification bout as well, isn't it? So like he'll get all the belts. So like from like politics standpoint of all the different WBO, WBC, W.
Isn't that all the more reason to just not make it difficult? Just to say, yeah, well, I mean, like if you were in that scenario, would you care?
If you were Usyk.
Yeah, if you're any of them, like, wouldn't you just? I mean, I think the thing, as far as I understand it, anyway, the Usyk guys said I'll take 30%,
right?
Which to me seems, I don't why is he taking less? Isn't it 50-50?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think it's how much money people bring to this business, isn't it?
Would you demand it though? Like, so let's say I do a video with we get asked to shoot a video, right, by a TV company. And it's me and you, or it's me and George. You think I'm going to sit there and be like, I won't pay 90% of this, and they get 10% because the channel is smaller? No, I'd just sit there and be like, okay, we're both doing it. We're both being paid for it. Well, maybe that's boxing, I don't know, but like...
I suppose, the bartering could happen on both sides, isn't it? Because obviously, like, he wants his belts and he wants his belts, so then it's like who can, from a business standpoint, who can...
Yeah, but that's the unification thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like...
They both want to unify, don't they?
So why would you make it about money? Surely you would just say, I get they got to get paid, but you wouldn't like contract negotiations. Could you imagine Mike Tyson saying, oh, I'm not fighting because I want a rematch?
It's a horrendous business, is boxing though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
everyone's got to eat. There's a lot of fingers in that pie.
I get it, but I feel like it's... I don't know. I thought you would have more of a... Because you like your combat sports, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it is the unification bout, and I would want Fury to win.
You'd want Fury to win?
Absolutely, yeah.
Nah, hope it gets mangled.
when Paddy the Baddy comes on, we're going to make a montage every time.
Is it April Fool's Day already? When Paddy comes on, what, in 2072? Right, anyway. Also, a little bit of a personal milestone. While I was away... This cheesecake song officially surpassed garlic bread in total streams.
That's impressive.
Which I suppose answers the age, well, not the age-old question, the 2-month-old question.
Passes cheesecake or garlic bread?
Cheesecake passed the garlic bread. Sorry, cheesecake is the most streamed song. Second is garlic bread. Obviously, chicken wings is way down there. So I suppose that answers the question, which is the better song? Right? Everyone said, you say garlic bread cannot be beat, but it's been beaten.
I agree. Maybe that's that then. I wonder what we can do this year. What's this year's agenda?
Don't know, but I need to get started early, don't I? If we're gonna do, if we do something this year, I want to do some like super cinematic thing with like a story to it.
Yep.
Like a miniature, like a vignette at the beginning, and I've got ideas. Don't worry.
Hey, look at this. Just let us know about 2 weeks before Christmas, and then we'll
No,
we'll fucking do what we've done every year. Just try and get it done.
I've got no excuse for now. Now that I'm doing fewer videos in general. Also, see, George, you were saying, have you got enough to talk about? I'm almost done. Yeah. Did you know that apparently the British government banned the use of TikTok on work devices while I was gone?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
How do they know like what's a work device though?
Well, like, you know, like if like Lindsay's got like a work mobile phone, from which, and you're only allowed to have pre-approved things on that phone. I don't know how they police it, or if it's just you can't download it, whatever. But
that means there's some validity in my ideas that they're spying on us.
Canada did the same thing apparently.
Ooh.
The Canadian government. I think it should just be banned on all phones everywhere, worldwide. In fact, funny story, when I was coming out of the Heart Attack Grill in Vegas, right? There was like a family in there. The kid was maybe 7, I want to say. I'm pretty bad at estimating the age of children. But he's with his parents, and his mum kind of says, "Oh, you a YouTuber?" And I'm like, yeah, I make YouTube videos. Oh, that was great. You know, we love watching. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And she's like, oh, my son makes YouTube videos. And she had that kind of look of pity, like, oh, he thinks he's a YouTuber. And so I was like, oh, you know, I'll try and do my bit here to encourage the youth, you know, take up
Like,
my...
I've got 5 million subscribers.
No, I didn't say that at all.
No, the kid said to you.
The kid's Tommy, innit?
I said, oh, do you have a YouTube channel, mate? He's like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I thought, nice, bit of confidence. So I'll drop you a sub, mate. What's your channel? I forgot what it is now, but like he told me the name of the channel, and I forgot where I was going. Oh, that was it. Yeah, no, he said. So he tells me the name of his channel, and I'm talking to him for a bit, and the dad said, no, was it a dad? Or somebody was, I didn't know if they were with, somebody was stood up next to the table, basically said, oh, I think I've seen your videos, as I'm talking to this kid. He's like, yeah, I've seen them on TikTok. And I'm like, all right, well, they're not my videos, and they've been nicked by somebody and put on TikTok, which explains, I think, partly my animosity towards the platform.
Your disdain for it.
Yeah, I get them all banned, but it just takes time to do.
What was this kid, how many subscribers did this kid have?
Like 400, more than George, probably. His video, actually, I watched a bit of it, and his most recent video was tying his shoes, but it was actually done quite well in a way that I get the feeling maybe he had not done it entirely himself, but you wouldn't expect that of a 7-year-old, would you?
Tying the shoelaces, all the video?
Well, no, I think the shoelace, the video itself, like the actual filming and edit of it, but it was good. I see bright things in his.
Do you think it's weird when you meet people or like meet other people that make videos? Like I don't even expect my mates or anybody I know to listen to this podcast, but when I do, it surprises me. But it's like you said, I'll subscribe and like show support, but it's not really like it's not actually helpful. It's kind of the opposite of helpful, isn't it?
That was just a gesture.
It's like a sympathy sub.
I don't think a child is going to say. I was trying to be nice to a family that were being nice to me. I thought, hey, I'll drop you a sub, mate.
Yeah.
He could probably go in there if he gives a shit. It didn't seem like he did, but he could go into the playground next week at school and be like, "Hey, look, this guy that's got
this hairy old man
couple of million,
watches me on YouTube."
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. I might have to unsub. Yeah, but I don't know. That's why I just.
So all in all, we're going to ban TikTok.
Oh, I'd love to ban it. Yeah, not only ban it, I would love to erase it from history if I could. Like pretend it never existed, because it's the knock-on effect.
It completely changes the dynamic.
Yeah.
Of everything.
I want to get a T-shirt actually that just says like "fuck shorts" on it. I don't mean people might think that means I just walk around with my dick swinging. I don't mean fuck shorts like the garment. I mean shorts as in short form video.
Yeah.
I think it's just destroying everything. I hate it. But enough about my concerns about online content and whatnot. I think that's just age though. But it's weird that I said this before. That you think like it's weird that Vine died. And TikTok is basically a technologically more, obviously these days there's more you can do with TikTok as a platform instead of Vine, but it's still like...
yeah, I mean, but like if TikTok dies, that could be, if it dies like Vine, that could be a good thing because there will be some positives that's come up. So for example, Vine, obviously it was 6 seconds you had. So,
7, wasn't it?
7 seconds, whatever.
7 seconds away. Do you remember that song? Just as long as I'll be waiting. What was that song? Oh, there's no Wi-Fi here. Fucking hell. That was a
No, there is Wi-Fi here. It's just, I've never seen him bring a laptop into his office. I've never once seen it.
Never given me the password.
Anyway, what I was saying was 7 seconds on Vine. That gave opportunity for like musicians to be found. So I listened to Luke Combs, country music artist. You not know him now?
No.
I've heard of him.
It was on Rogan last week, and he was saying that his career was started by Vine because he would do covers of certain songs, but he'd have to find the right part of songs to cover to get the most impact out. And I thought that's quite clever, and that launched his career. Then he went to Nashville, and now he's doing stadium tours around the world.
Nashville's mad. Did I tell you they were playing live music at 10 a.m. on like a Tuesday?
I'd love to go to Nashville.
The parking was mental though. It was like $35 for me to park for like an hour in the middle of, admittedly in the middle of the city, but like...
That's heavy, that, isn't it?
Anyway, but yeah, Nashville was cool. I didn't spend enough time there, I don't think. And it's kind of tainted by having done that spicy broth, which was just painful. So
Yeah, I won't be trying that if I go.
But yeah, TikTok's a shit show. So moving on, what I was going to mention is on the plane journey this time, I watched quite a few decent films. I know you're not really big. No,
Jackass 2.
They did actually have
Jackass 3.
She had Jackass on the thing.
You can't tell me that Jackass isn't a good film.
I've never seen it, and I never will see it. It's not a film, is it? Why do I want to watch people like jumping, like getting into a bull ring and getting like pegged by a bull?
It's a work of art. Johnny Knoxville's dick hasn't worked since he had an accident on a motorbike.
Honestly, George, man, like what did I say to you? There's not been one podcast in how many episodes? 68 or something now, where you have not mentioned dick. You Seth Rogen's character. No,
Superbad.
No, Jonah Hill's character.
Yeah, it's Superbad, where he draws
he's
dicks.
Just drawing the dicks constantly. That's like what I imagine. Like you'll be sat at home, like, and Daniel's watching whatever Coronation Street, and you're just sat there with your little scribble pad, drawing like these big veiny dicks, like all day long.
They are good,
and she's like, "What are you doing,
like.
Josh?" And he's
Like,
no,
like the Superman dick, the one with like cape on it.
yeah, the one that's laid
It's a
down.
cowboy dick with like little guns, little revolvers.
Does he do the one? Isn't the one like in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square? I think there's that as well, yeah. Anyway, isn't that such a great film? Superbad.
It's classic.
Whenever
yeah.
that's on, it's like a bit like American Pie. Like whenever it's on TV, I'll just watch it. Like if there's nothing else on, I'll just put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love. Yeah, that's good. That's a top.
If
film.
we were characters in Superbad, I think I'd be Michael Cera's character. You'd be the Jonah Hill character, making George probably Fogel. Sorry, mate. No, he's still good. Look at me, Fogel. And like, who else is in there? Who's peripheral? Maybe that guy that spits in Jonah Hill's. Nah, because George would never spit in your face, would he?
He might do.
Maybe
got like
George
a
would be
bit of a
that
mean streak.
George would be like that weird guy that like runs into him.
Yeah,
like, knocks him over and then tries to pay him
The guy
off.
that's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be that guy.
Boyle.
You happy with that?
Boyle.
I don't know what his actual name is.
Anyway, how's this been so far? I've been hosting well. Or?
You're doing well, mate.
I feel like
Good.
I'm
I feel like you're running out. I feel like you're running out of points.
I'm not running out. I'm actually very naturally segueing it into the next section.
I think I'm going to need a piss again soon, though. Like, if I can have a piss break, because I keep drinking water.
On then.
Is this a good time to piss break?
Yeah, it's good time as any.
Yeah? Oh, sick.
What you interrupted with your piss break? Voice broke halfway through. What you interrupted with your piss break there was I was very naturally saying, "Oh, I watched a couple of good movies on the plane on the way home." One of which was The Menu. Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's class.
You liked it? Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason I mention it is because in that it's about, if you don't know what the film is about, I won't spoil it, don't worry, but it's kind of a thriller, but it's based on the protagonists go to this island where there's a famous, a chef who's in that, high cuisine where you go to tasting menus and you spend $4,000 to sit there for an hour and taste, sniff like 10 courses up your nostril. But it's not just that, right? It's not about food, really. It's like I said, it's a thriller and it gets a bit dark as it goes on. But it got me thinking, if you were to, they have technically 12 courses in the film served to them. What would be your 12? I asked you to do one thing.
Yeah.
Think about what you'd want as a 12-course. Taste the menu. And that's the next bit. So
I like it. Have you also got a 12 course that we can sort of we'll go course for course?
I've got mine's all set. I've wrote mine down and everything.
Okay. I like it. I like the idea. I do. See, when you talk about, you obviously like joke about me not liking films, but like any sort of thriller film is actually sort of my go-to. I'll watch if it's like a crime one or a thriller. That I'm into that. If documentaries, I'm into documentaries.
Yeah.
Sci-fi, aliens, nah.
Right, well,
horrors, nah.
Now you've said that, I'm going to test you and I think put your theory to the test. Have you ever seen Memento? Guy Pearce?
What did I say to you earlier, George?
You wouldn't have forgotten it if you'd seen it.
No, I probably forgot.
Now, have you seen LF Confidential?
I'm looking.
Heat?
No, I've not seen Memento. What's the other one?
The second one that I said was LA Confidential. I'm trying to think of just like noir thrillers.
No.
Heat?
99% on Rotten Tomatoes. LA Confidential.
If you've never seen LA Confidential and you like what thrillers,
Yeah.
it just tells me exactly what I already knew, is that you just don't watch good films. Ever, for some reason.
I think what I actually think's happening is that so Heat was 1995, so I'll have been 3-year-old.
No, that doesn't matter.
97.
I've seen Godfather. I wasn't alive when
5-year-old.
it came out, you daft.
Memento 2000. No, but what you've got to like, come on, you've got a couple of years head start on me. So like you were like watching films.
That makes literally no difference. How old are you?
30.
Right, and I'm 37.
Yeah.
So like, none of the films that I've just mentioned to you were like films that I would have watched when they came out. Like I didn't watch Memento when it came out. I didn't watch like
No, but like when you get to the age of watching, like, so you can literally see on my discography, you can see, right, Josh got to 14, 15 at exactly the time that Road Trip, Jackass, Superbad, they all came out. Whereas like when you were 15, 16-year-olds, you were watching.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like I watched American Pie. I've seen Road Trip and enjoyed it. We just talked about Superbad, right? They're good films. What I'm saying is, if you like you just told me you're into like thrillers, right? So why would you have not seen the best thrillers that exist?
I didn't know.
How have you never seen fucking Heat?
I've just not been told.
Pacino, De Niro.
I haven't seen
How can you not have seen a film with Pacino and De Niro in
Look,
it?
like, what we've got from this is my first course of my tasting menu is going to be.
Well, actually, they do serve up some stuff that's not food. So yeah, first course I'm serving you up if I'm the chef is like a fucking DVD of like the best 50 films ever made, and you're gonna watch them all before you get your second course.
All right.
I'm joking.
So go on and set the scene. What do we need to do? Like, how does this game play out?
Well, you need to tell me what your first course is, and then I go first course, and then
So
I can
like-
go first if you want. It's up to you.
No, I'll go first. So like, if I'm in a restaurant, as Boris Johnson would say, restaurant.
My mum says it like that.
Does
and
she?
she's like the most working class.
Restaurant.
Come from the working. She once said to me, like, we were in a restaurant once, right? And I was picking, I don't know why. I was a kid at the time, like 12 or whatever. And I was picking my nose, and she went, "Don't pick your nose in the restaurant." And like, so it's like a family in joke now that like, if my mum's being posh, like me and my sister will be like, "Yeah, don't pick your nose in the restaurant." 'Cause she's like, she's from a completely working class family. But anyway, sorry, go on.
So yeah, if I'm in a restaurant and I look at the menu and I look at starters, if there is any form of homemade pate on the starter menu,
Motherfucker, my first course is quotes a bit of pate.
did we just become best friends?
I'm
Stepbrothers, yeah.
challenging my beliefs now that we've actually agreed on something. Did you have a type of pate in mind?
Just a solid chicken liver pate.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would be my. I actually make a meat. I will make us chicken.
I don't know if I trust you.
Honestly,
making
mate,
pate.
I make a banging.
I've never
chicken
tried
liver
pate.
No?
Never.
I suppose it's one of those things that you might not. It's like meat spread, isn't it? Really,
Pretty much, yeah. Like, so you can make it dead simple. I'll run you through. Welcome to this section where it's Josh's cooking lessons.
You know what? I know you were just cutting George off there. I think like from now on, I didn't know if you'd be game for it, but it's just come back to me right now. I was thinking I would bring you something I had made to eat like each week.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe not every week, maybe once a month.
yeah.
Yeah, and we try it.
Well, we can do like a head to head. Like, I'll bring something and you bring, and then we can.
Yeah, but we're gonna get to that point where somebody just like, because I know you're gonna put laxatives in something that you make.
No, I won't fuck about. Like, we'll make a pact that we'll do it seriously.
Right, okay.
Because like you.
Sorry, go on.
So to make chicken liver pate, get yourself some chicken livers. Believe it or not.
Yeah, don't say.
All you need to do is saute like onions, garlic in a frying pan. Then you put your chicken livers in it and you cook them for like not for a long time because you still want like a bit of a pinkness to them. If you overcook them, they kind of go grey.
Right.
And then what's the word where you like? So once that's done, you put whiskey in.
Flambe.
And then you flambe it, whatever.
Flambe.
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 Flambe it.
Flambe. There's no second L.
All right, what he said, do that. Set it on
You
fire.
flambe it.
just like that. They'll burn out alcohol off. Then you whack it in a mixer, right? Blend it up, put it into a little pot. Then you get unsalted butter and you separate it, and that's what puts the layer on top and like keeps it. The good thing to put it in is, remember, them goo cheesecake pots? Use them. So eat the cheesecake, wash them out.
It's that bad, isn't it? Well, you can't believe you never cooked George and I anything yet.
It's fucking delicious. Nice little bit of bread on the side.
Yeah.
And a red onion chutney.
You got to have something to spread it on, haven't you?
Yeah.
I put pate maison, which is just because I thought I would, instead of just saying pate, right?
Yeah.
I thought I would, but yeah, that's the one with chicken and pork liver, I think.
I ain't tried that.
I think they put like a bacon crusty thing on it. I think, I don't know.
You know what's what is really disappointing though, when you go to somewhere nice and they've got shit pate, or the one that's been in fridge for too long, and when you get it's been in fridge for too, I've actually been poorly off the back of that at nice places. Yeah, where like the pate is gone, because you can see it goes the grade, doesn't it? Like when it's done, it kind of goes, and you go, I probably shouldn't eat this. Yeah, that.
But yeah, I mean, the whole point of this though, as well, is that we're picking things that. You wouldn't eat I wouldn't eat this if I went out to a restaurant, obviously, like a normal 3-course meal style place. If we're picking 12 courses.
Oh, right, okay.
I wouldn't go to a restaurant.
I think I've ruined this 12 courses then.
Don't worry about it. I've got 12. But I probably wouldn't ever get pate at a restaurant as like a normal starter. I just mean like something like this where you're going to be eating little bits.
Yeah.
That's the thing when I went to Man Behind. Ever been to
Man Behind the Curtain? Yeah.
We talked about this before, right? I enjoyed the experience of it, but I think when you like something, you don't. If you like something and it's one mouthful,
yeah,
you inherently pissed off, aren't you? Because you want to eat more of it.
It's funny because one of the courses I was going to put on this is they do he did like scrambled eggs. Did the Man Behind the Curtain guy, and I don't exactly know what it was, but that's why I didn't put it. Because I can't explain what it is. And I went on the website, I couldn't find it. But they did like some form of scrambled eggs, and like I said, with one mouthful, taste sensation.
That's what it is.
But I want to give me a bucket of it,
Yeah, that's the point with tasting menu, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
The next thing actually, you want to go next?
No, you go next, mate.
Yeah. I said for the next course, sushi, maybe like a crab. I'm not sure what, but like just a few, maybe 3 rolls or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing too mental. A little bit of maybe crab in there, and some. I like the kind with cream cheese in the middle as well.
Nice.
So I think that's what I would do next year.
I would go again. I went fish.
Yeah.
King prawn. I want like a garlic king prawn, maybe like on a maybe on a cracker. Yeah.
Two big ones.
Yeah.
2 big fucking meaty suckers.
That shit. That's the shit. That.
I think I'd go for Josh's there.
Yeah, king prawn.
Yeah. Well,
I'd hate sushi though. To be honest, I'm not a sushi lover.
why not? Articulate to me why you don't like sushi.
I just don't get it. Like it's just.
For me, I like hot food, and sushi's mostly cold, right? Cold fish,
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah,
cold,
so that's like I'm kind of with you on that. Like, it's not my cup of tea.
Man likes hot food, but pate was his first course. Okay.
Yeah, but you could have it on toast.
Shut the fuck up. My next one is a little bit of lobster. If we're going all out, I imagine if we're doing this fancy meal shit, we're going to be at a fine dining restaurant. So lobster, not sure what, maybe a bit of thermidor. They put a bit of cheese on it and whatnot, and put it back, stuff it, take it out, cook it, stuff it back in the lobster shell. I think that'll be my third course if I could choose one.
I'm still yet to have lobster not from some dodgy gaff in Turkey. I told you about the time that I shit my pants. So
yeah,
I'd like to try it. I think I need to try it again just to know that I can survive it.
They used to do some when it doesn't exist anymore. Lock Fine. They used to have one of those in Leeds. And what's that? The big square circle outside the train station. What do you call it? They usually put the big Christmas tree there. Is it called City Square? Is that actually what it's called?
Yeah.
Why do they call it square? It's not square.
It's not square.
Anyway, they used to do a decent bit of lobster there. Expensive though, isn't it? But if we're going for a 12-course tasting meal, you're paying and writing off as breaking bread business expenses.
So for this course, I'm going to take us down to Mexico and get us a nicer fajita, just like a little fajita, small tortilla, maybe like a fancy chicken fajita. That's what I want.
Sweet,
bit of sour cream dip.
Sour cream dip?
Yeah, got to have sour cream.
Nice. And actually both of us so far, apart from the pate, kept this reasonably low fat, haven't we? Like kind of reasonably, maybe not low fat, pretty healthy. Next, I'm having a palate cleanser, fried apples.
Fried apples.
Apple's notorious, of course, for being very effective palate cleansers. But if you fry them, a bit of cinnamon on there, they taste nice as well. So you're kind of breaking it up because I'm done with the seafood now, right?
Okay.
But yeah, I don't want to go from seafood directly into what will be the main courses and
thick
whatnot.
of it.
So I'm going to have a little palate cleanser. Could equally replace that with even just something basic like pineapple, but like apples are a very good palate cleanser, just neutralize flavors and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I didn't realize we had to put palate cleansers
you don't
in
have
there.
to.
No,
It's
but I like
just
it.
what I'm
I can switch mine around a bit. If I were going to have a palate cleanser, I would probably go for a sorbet.
Bit early, don't you think, for a sorbet? Because you're going like to cold like slush,
Yeah, but it's just a little one, just a
mouthful,
clean like
an egg cup.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
cleanse your palate
Cool. Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, that's yeah. The clue's in the name.
like a palate cleanser, you know,
Right. Okay. Are you,
to cleanse your palate. Right, sorry.
Yeah. Am I going next?
Yeah, go on.
Next up, ostrich steak with some al dente broccoli. I once went to a friend's wedding in South Africa. Right, we stayed in Camps Bay, which is like just I think it's kind of near Cape Town, next to Table Mountain kind of thing. And we went to this restaurant. I forget the name of it now, but I had this ostrich steak and it was unreal. Probably the best steak I've ever had. Right, and it was ostrich. So it was a bit of a gamier,
Yeah,
slightly salty, slightly gamier version of steak. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's in there. A bit of broccoli for the fibre, help it all through.
that's good. If I were to have I remember when I was in South Africa, they did like hanging steaks. You know where you pour like the butter over the like kebab stick and it like drips down. I remember that being excellent. I've actually just gone for like a regular steak.
Yeah.
So like fillet steak. Again, I'd probably do it with some sort of greenery. Like you say, al dente broccoli would be a shout. Maybe some sautéed mushrooms.
No, never.
That garlic mushrooms nearly ended up on the starter section of this. No. I need to cook you a fillet steak. I'll cook you both a fillet steak. I'll prove to you that I can do it.
All right. What next have I got? I've got to have this in there after the reasonably recent video. Well, at the end of last year, chicken fried steak with some country style, southern style gravy on it.
I want to try that. You
With the green beans on the side, maybe. Yeah, you got to try it. I mean, you have to get it in America. I don't think anyone could do it properly over here.
No,
I feel like
I don't think they could, mate. What I've got for my next course is I'm gonna get us a bit doughy on this side now. I think I'd go for a Duke's pizza. Specifically Duke's Pizza because they're fucking delicious.
Because they're on your
Is that the
payroll.
one we had here?
Yeah.
At the time?
Yeah. How good's that? You on my birthday, wasn't it? And you were like, "Oh, I'm not probably going to eat anything." And then Danielle handed you a full pizza. You just went like folded two pieces together.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, when there's food going to waste, right?
It went going to waste.
Nobody was eating the rest of that, man. Because Danielle kept saying to me, like, "Oh, you need to finish that because not people are done eating. It's going cold now." So like, people kind of come to me like, "Oh, well, you go on, Adam, you can eat." So yeah, I did do it like that, but that's mostly because I didn't really want to eat it at that point.
You're like the last stop before it goes to the bin.
Yeah, and I
Can you
don't
just
like
eat
seeing
this?
food go to waste, but luckily at that point in time, I chilled out a bit for around Christmas and that, so I could eat a little.
Yeah, man.
Scoff a little bit more loosely. Is it me now?
Yeah, you.
Right, we're going a little more experimental now, leaning a bit more into if I get to request what the chef is making.
What course are we on now?
Oh, fuck knows.
I think we're about 7.
7, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say to the chef, make me a Spam and Oreo sandwich, which for the old school viewers might remember, in Japan, I think it was Japan, they did like a McDonald's Japan did like a Spam and Oreo burger, right, limited edition thing, and I thought that sounds weird as shit. I'm gonna try and make my own version of that, and then eat loads of them. And it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it was really nice. So I would give me a gourmet Spam and Oreo sandwich.
Right. Next week when we record, I'm gonna get one of them little camping stove, like little burners, right? And we'll put it here. And we're gonna have a podcast now. I'm gonna cook Spam, and we'll get some nice bread,
Yeah.
like maybe a brioche bun.
We're gonna make a gourmet version of it.
Yeah, I think we make that.
It's
and then
pretty
we
easy
eat
to
it.
make.
Yeah, like I think it's in our wheelhouse within this. If we just bang it there on the table,
Yeah, totally.
right?
Man.
Make sure we do it, George.
Are you allowed to do that? I mean, I feel like it's a fire risk,
At this point, I think like
especially with a wooden table.
we're the biggest office in this building, so they won't want to get rid of us. We're paying much rent.
Right, cool. Aren't you looking at a move though?
Maybe that's a good time to do it before I move.
Set it on fire, then go.
So that's your spam and Oreo.
Yeah.
What would you? Sorry. What? Do you butter the bread? Like, what else goes on?
I mean, I'd leave a bit of the creativity to the chef, I think. I'd tell him, you make me this, right? But the general way that you make it, a bit of cooked spam in there.
Yeah.
You get the Oreo, you mash it up with, just put Oreos on top. You mash it up with mayonnaise, then that goes on top. I suppose you could butter the bread, you could toast the bread, but I wouldn't really be that bothered about that. I don't think. I mean,
I'm sold. I think I want to try that.
It's nice.
Week. Right. Okay. I'm going to go for a hearty classic. I want a lamb shank on this next course.
Ooh, by the way, you're never finishing. You're not even getting to this course, man. I've seen you eat. There's no chance.
45 chicken wings. Like I think I'd work my way. I probably couldn't get this.
Lamb
far.
shank's a big one, though, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I suppose you don't have to eat all of it. And if it's a taster menu, they might have got like a little mini shank.
With like a red wine jus, some roast vegetables.
Not mint sauce. I'm happy with you because I hate mint sauce. I think mint sauce, people have it with lamb. It's like the worst. I don't know why anyone would have mint sauce with anything savoury.
I do like mint sauce. What would you have it with that's sweet?
No, I mean, like, to me, right. Mint is, if anything, mint ice cream.
Mojito.
I don't really like mint.
We like mojitos.
Yeah. Mint's not like... Mint's like its own thing. Like, you don't have a mint with like a savoury meat. Come on now.
No. But like...
If you meat.
Like a lamb... Again, if you're at a nice like pub or like go for a Sunday dinner, if there's like lamb shank there and it costs more if there's like chicken, beef, turkey, and you can pay an extra $5 for a lamb. Fucking lamb all day.
I'm not a big fan of lamb, to tell you the truth. Man. It's like a crap version of beef, I think. I mean, I can enjoy it, but like...
But I mean, again, it's like tough as old boats is beef, innit? Like, if
cook it right.
How many people cook it right?
I mean, if you go around...
carver, it's been outside for fucking 4 weeks.
Yeah, you go around Lindsay's mum's house, man, you might as well eat a shoe. And they cook it on Christmas Day. The one time I went to Mrs. Beard's family's for Christmas Day, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm saying this out loud. I'm like, it's like fucking beef, Leslie. What's this a joke, man? Where's the turkey?
It's like Gandhi's flip-flop.
we got beef and ham. I'm like... it's Christmas. Where's the turkey at? Don't make me storm out now. No, I didn't do that.
And that's why he's never been round to Lindsay's mum's for Christmas again.
God bless her, man. She tries. She's not the greatest cook. That's because she's pissed though most of the time. Lindsay's mum's got a serious alcohol problem. Dead serious. When I used to stay at Lindsay's mum's house, right? In fact, I remember one time it got so I would be sleeping over, right? And
Lindsay's mum crawled into bed with you.
Never went there. One time I had to... She's going to hate me for this. Right? One time, she was so blind or drunk, right? I had to pick her up and... she's fallen over in the garden. Was so incoherent, like she had to be picked up. So like me and Alan, who was Lindsay's dad, had to pick her up. So Alan got the legs. Don't know why he got the legs. And I was like grabbing, I was like, Leslie, man, like I'm touching parts of you now that I should just never have to touch. And I had to drag her inside, right? But what I was about to tell them was like, she used to always, right, on a Saturday night, if I'd be over at Lindsay's house, right, we'd go to bed at whatever, 12 o'clock. And then 1 o'clock, you'd always still hear Lindsay's mum listening to music like super loud. I could deal with that. And this one time, I remember it's like 3 a.m. I remember like being so, you wake up and you're in a bit of a daze. It's 3 a.m. and I'm hearing her singing like, rolling, that song, what is it? Rolling on and brilliant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, why is she singing that loud at this time of day? Anyway, let alone when people are in the house trying to sleep.
Sounds like a party animal. I saw that it was Mother's Day, wasn't it?
But I love you, Leslie.
And Mrs. Beard put on her Instagram story that she'd gone for a walk with her dad because her mum was so hungover.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know how she does it as well. Like if I get drunk and out you've been to London with me a few times. Right. We've got wankered, and I've been a total mess the next day. So I don't know at that age how people do it, man. Oof.
Impressive. Whose go is it on here now? What course are we on?
I think it's me because you just said lamb shank.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Next, I'm going for gotta be grilled cheese donut. One of my favourite things to eat. Simple.
Yeah.
Get yourself a glazed donut. Cut it open. Bit of butter on there, or mayonnaise if you want to keep it nice and crispy. Fry it, put a slice of cheese in the middle, leave it on the grill for a bit. Bosh.
The first time I tried, I haven't tried that, but we had a grilled cheese from Five Guys, didn't we?
Yeah.
That with the beard shake is the sweet, salty. I'm impressed. That was a good recommendation. I'm going so we went teppanyaki, didn't we, a couple of years ago?
We did. That was a laugh. Dude throwing eggs around.
Yeah, I've got videos of that. Remind me, we'll overlay it.
I'm sure I chucked one in my eye.
But like the teppanyaki, so I'd probably go for teppanyaki, chicken and rice, and I'd go for what's the sauce? Shit. Give me some sauces. Japanese.
Soy sauce?
No.
OK sauce?
No.
Plum sauce?
No.
Peanut sauce?
Hoisin.
Hoisin
No.
sauce? Motherfucker, what?
There's like the sweet
You probably
one.
put ketchup on it, don't you?
Sweet chili sauce.
No.
Ketchup. You put ketchup on it on HP. I
It'll
know.
come back to me. Teppanyaki chicken and rice. That's what I would be going for next.
Sweet. Next time I'm French toast with syrup and peanut butter. A little bit of peanut butter on the side.
Ooh.
Spreading. Got to have French toast in there. It's one of my favourite things to eat.
It is very nice. It was Mother's Day yesterday, so I
Fuck! No, I'm joking.
So
I remembered.
I made pancakes for us all in the house, and we all had pancakes, and we got through to the last one. Tilly refused to eat it, and I'm like, and I thought it tastes shit. Like the batter really thick. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I ate mine. I'm like, oh, fucking, it's all right. Daniel like getting away from it. Oh, thank you. I realised I not put eggs in the mix.
Vegan pancakes.
So I got all the way through it, and I'm like, that's why you eat shit.
bum.
Yeah, so don't come around with pancakes.
Look, he's making himself out to be like, what's that dude's called? Marco Pierre White.
Right, I'm going to break all the.
He's fucked up pancakes.
I'm going to break the rules here because I might have double dipped on a couple of desserts. But the first dessert, so Biscoff cheesecake.
Oh, I can't argue with that, can I?
So at Blacker Hall Farm in where the fuck it is in Wakefield, they do a Biscoff cheesecake. It's like this big, right? And it costs £5, which is expensive.
So single
one single, like a single
round.
serve, yeah.
All right, okay.
But it tastes amazing. It's like
Sounds
crack.
like it
You'd eat about, I don't know, 200 of them. But
Where's
Steady,
that?
steady.
at Blacker Hall Farm in
Never heard of it.
if you go-
Blackhall Farm.
Blacker Hall.
Blacker
So if you go one junction down motorway from you, it's there basically. You know where Cedar Court Hotel is? Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I'll try and make a note of it though. Maybe go there one time. I've got like a bit of a buffer before real dessert, and that's cornbread. Very simple. Some nice warm, fresh made cornbread with some butter on top and a little bit of honey.
I'm starving, man. I'm so
I
hungry.
know, it is actually it's a day since. Well, I bet you ate like 2 hours ago. It's 24 hours since I last ate. 24 hours and 45 minutes.
I'm an athlete though. I've got to eat every few hours now, haven't I?
Come on, fit lad. Right, what's your next one?
How
How many have you got left? 2.
I've got 2 left. I
Yeah,
think we're
same.
on about 11 courses here, 10 courses.
We're at 10 now. Yeah.
Right, okay. So I want a cookie sandwich ice cream because I've got fond memories when I've been in America when I was younger with mum and dad, and we go to the beach and they used to do like cookie sandwich ice creams and they were always amazing. So again, if there's an opportunity to get one of those at any point, sign me up, and I think that'd be a really cool, like really nice one.
Do you see that video that you might not done, but there was one that I did in the series I did that's just ended on actually on the channel, and I did this breakfast thing. It was like a big plate of breakfast in Kentucky, and I said, "Have you got a dessert menu, whatever?" And they gave me a whoopie pie. Which is not ice cream, but it's it's like basically a similar kind of thing, but with like some kind of creamy thing in the middle. It was fucking huge. It was like that. It was like one single dessert. It was only like $3 or something. It's mad.
What is that? What is a whoopie pie?
like
is
a-
it basically like ice cream on a cookie? Is that why you brought it up?
It's not. Yeah, it's like a cookie sandwich, but it's not ice cream. I think it's like something more solid that's not going to melt, basically.
Right?
I think. But anyway, just made me think of like I was like, whoa, that's huge. Next time having blintzes. You ever had a blintz before?
No?
Jewish kind of cuisine.
Blintz?
Yeah, you get them in New York at delis a lot.
New York.
It's like a fried pancake thingy with sweet cheese in it, ricotta. And that's, sometimes other little...
That thing?
Yes. Sometimes they're longer, sometimes I don't think the shape is what...
So what is it, sorry? Like almost like a crepe? Like a...
Kind of like a crepe, yeah, but like so in the middle it's got like ricotta, like sweet cheese.
Right.
And they fry them.
Ooh, it looks nice, that. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, they are lush. I love like Jewish cuisine.
Yeah.
I love that. They do that other thing that's really common in New York, noodle kugel, which is like it's like a dessert, but it's like noodles and like almost like a bread pudding, but made with noodles, like that. And like anything from a Jewish deli, man, I'm gonna smash all day long. So yeah, blintzes, I love those.
Blintz, like it. I'll try that if I'm ever in New York. Last for me, mate, I'm double dipping on the cheesecake. A chocolate cheesecake.
I can't argue with that. Cheese. I mean, if there's anything you can eat twice in this menu, I'm gonna say cheesecake's allowed.
The really crap ones I like. So like, I'd obviously if we're in a fine restaurant, make me a nice chocolate cheesecake. But the ones that you can get from like Aldi or Tesco's for £1.
From like the
From
chilled
freezer.
section.
Yeah. all day long.
Not for me, mate. I'm ending with gotta be a quotes fucking massive cheese board.
What? You don't put cheesecake in yours?
Yeah, I know. But I thought that was obvious, like, isn't it? It's too obvious.
Fucking massive cheese board.
Fucking massive cheese board. Like, I'm talking like a fucking this size, right? This table here. I've got to stop swearing. I'm enthusiastic about cheese. Some crackers there. We got some like chutney. We got some honey. We got some like chilled grapes. And we got a bunch of like some sweaty motherfucking cheeses, right? The sweatiest kind, like you sniff them, you feel ill. That's that kind of mature. All the way down to like your more kind of mild cheeses, your cheddar and whatnot. And I'm just going to bash that all day long and have nightmares all night because it's cheese.
What sides do you have with that? Like crackers?
Oh, you've got cheese and crackers, cheese balls. I thought that was like
because I mean it comes like digestives and stuff.
Yeah, all kind like the oaty ones, like the ones that are basically like a
shortbread,
kind of like a hobnob, but without the chocolate. Yeah. Like the normal, like a Jacob style cracker. You want all different types of maybe a little bit of dried bread. You know, that little mini. What do you call that shit? Where it's like a little mini piece of dried bread, basically. I forget what you call them.
Crouton, yeah.
Well, like a crouton, but you know, it's flat and it's actually, you can see that it used to be a piece of bread. Anyway, people will know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, just loads of cheese, loads of crackers.
I'm getting into cheese more now as I'm getting older. Yeah. Like, I never ate cheese before. I would not want to ask for it. But I'm like, I really like Ritz crackers. I could have cheese. I could have the cheeses just with a Ritz cracker rather than like the other crackers. Like the Jacob's crackers where you got to do the challenge, eat like 7 of them in a minute.
Yeah.
Not a fan of them.
I mean, I don't really like them though, but the cheese is what makes it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that big, I love a bit of sweaty cheese, bit of brie on there or something. Stinking Bishop.
You told us about your stinking Bishop a few times. Oh no.
Somebody's calling you. Can we answer
from
it?
Slovakia?
You should probably answer it then.
No. I don't know who that is.
So that's the menu. How long have you been going, George?
We've been going about an hour and 20 nearly.
Whoa, look at this when he does his own work.
You said I wasn't going to have... Right, okay, well, let me get on to the next section then real quick, because there is one final section.
Oh, my God.
And it is... I'm not going to get the piano out again. Breaking George! and George. So we're going to try and break them both, right? Actually, I've only got like... I don't have questions for each of you. I've just got 3 questions.
3 is an awkward number. I did prepare a breaking beard, so you can nick one of my questions. But
shall I just ask Josh? Because you're probably not going to know any of them, George.
Yeah,
only because I think they were probably made in mind of Josh. Anyway, right, let's get to it. Breaking Josh! Who holds the current deadlift world record? Brackets with straps and a deadlift suit. So we're not talking about pure raw deadlift. So they're allowed straps, which they are in strongman, etc. Yeah. Is it A, Eddie eats less than my gran Hall? Is it B, Hathor Bjornsson? Is it C, Mariusz Pudzianowski? Fans of strongman from the 90s will know Big Mariusz.
That man's still fighting. He's like cage
He fights?
Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Get the fuck out. With Octagon?
KSW, a Polish one. Mate, he fight like he flatlined people. You know, imagine like a strongman punching you.
I think he's like you see those bulls and they're pure just muscle.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that? Because they used to do sponsorship where they used to paint like sponsors on the backs of fighters, and his back is like
12 sponsors on it.
Yeah. Painted on the back of it. I feel like Mariusz Pudzianowski's in there for a reason. Like you said, there's Eddie Hall. He probably would talk about it more. Yeah, I'm going to say Mariusz.
He's so busy doing fucking reaction videos.
Yeah, I'm going to say Mariusz Pudzianowski because Eddie Hall's too busy being a YouTuber.
It's not, I'm afraid. It is Hathor Bjornsson.
What is it?
Yeah, I put Pudzianowski in it because he's the only other strongman I could think of off the top of my head that I remember just being a beast. Eddie Hall did have it, but then Hathor Bjornsson beat it by like
a kilo.
I don't even know if it was a kilo. It might have been like 0.8 of a kilo or something. And then they got into a big spat like,
somebody
I'm
put
stronger
like
than you.
a Lambert and Butler on the end of it. Like it's one sig.
So you got that one wrong, sadly. Oh. Right, this one is made for you. You ready? Which Jackass movie grossed the most at the box office? Jackass the movie, the first one. Jackass Bad Grandpa, probably the 8th one, I don't know. Or Jackass 3D, the latest one. Which one grossed the most?
Was 3D the latest one?
No, I don't think it was. No.
Well, they made another one.
Yeah,
the Grandpa one came out after, didn't it?
Yeah, and that don't really count.
Jackass.
Nah.
Well, fucking, it's got Jackass in the title, so
3D.
counts.
I want to say 3D.
You're right that it was. That grossed
Yeah,
117 million. Bad Grandpa grossed 102 million. And the first one grossed a mere 64 million.
Wow.
Although I imagine those were both exceptional successes because the budget would have been, what, like 10 grand?
Yeah.
I've not
Peanuts.
seen the films, but like maybe they go do some mad transitions. They use a cinema camera, a couple of reds and some drones or whatever.
Yeah, they do like daft cinema sequences. So like on the latest one, that Pontius, he basically turns his dick into a Godzilla. Stop.
I don't need to hear anymore about that. Right, the final question is which of the because I'm backshadowing here to what I talked about earlier. We're talking about the Oscars here. Which of the following actors has the most Oscar wins? You ready for this? Is it Daniel Day-Lewis, who we will one day get on the show, fucking determined to? Is it Jack Nicholson, or is it Katharine Hepburn? We need some. We need some. You know,
I honestly don't know.
music for
I'm
tension.
going to take a massive guess at Jack Nicholson.
You're wrong. It is in fact Katharine Hepburn with 4. Jack Nicholson has 3. Daniel Day-Lewis also has 3.
Wow.
As do a few other people that I didn't write down. But Katharine Hepburn still wins with 4. So yeah, that's that.
After you play your hobo smackhead in that movie, you might get one.
You don't be like getting my hopes now. When I do, I need to get in a character.
I mean, I'm excited.
I'll be like this. I'll be like, what do I have to do? Just be scary.
Yeah, just for the play smack.
Does he have lines?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm doing this, man. Don't let him be giving that to anyone else. Right?
No, he's like, I've primed you for it.
Oh, fucking right, man. Yeah.
I'm an agent now. I'm like a movie agent.
I can put it on my. I've got an IMDb page. I can put it on my.
This will be going on the credit.
I think I could do it decent. I'd do a decent job. I don't know if I can be scary though. I think I could be sad. I think I can be like happy.
But I think a lot of that's brought by the setup, the plot, the story, the music, like you just have to deliver the character. Like the character might not need to be scary, like scaring people. You might just have just your presence could be scary.
Send me the script. I'll look it over. I'll have a word with my agents.
All right.
How did I do? Before we get into whatever George was going to talk about, was that all right? I feel like that was pretty bad because I feel like you're kind of more into it now, and like I don't think I'm going to do that again. But that was all right.
Nah, you've got to do that again. Yeah, you smashed that.
You're doing next week's?
No, fuck you. Like it took me too much prep.
Last night.
Let's know. Yeah, last night. But I mean, still, I could have been watching Audition. But let me know in the comments if I did. I think I'm better as like a color commentator. You know, the second guy to add to the.
I disagree. I think
Only because you want me to do more
you've
work
knocked me
and
off my
you can
perch.
fuck off. Right. That was the episode. Is there anything else?
Have we got any festivals?
No.
George, we got any
Because I was in
festivals?
control of it.
We do.
Yay!
It's time for a
Festival.
comment from you.
Found a dead cat in our front garden, hit by a car. It was bin day. As it was bin day, I popped its stiff body into a nearby wheelie bin. Neighbour asked later on whether I'd seen their cat. I explained I'd found a dead one and that the council had taken it away. They thanked me. Ouch.
It's not funny, George. Why do you say that?
So the reason
I can believe that though.
Have I told you the dead cat story that I've got?
No.
So
I don't want to hear about dead cats.
Similar to this, we went to Fleetwood Nautical College to do our engineering, and we lived in this shared house. 5 of us lived in this shared house.
Yeah.
And we'd come back from college one day, there was a dead cat side of the road in like the gutter, and I'm like, oh fucking hell, that's sad. And then I thought, school kids walk past because they were like a school up the road. So this could have been my festival. I'm like, so I said to the lad, I'm like, we can't leave this here. And it like at this point it was going into like rigor mortis, so it was like stiff.
Easy to pick up at least.
So I got two bin bags, picked this cat up, and on the place I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with it? I don't know. Like I didn't Google it. So there were a council bin, and I had to like origami this cat through the flap of a council bin and dispose of it. And I thought I'd done a good thing, but then when I told like Danielle and that, they were like, she was like, you can't.
Like folded it in 4 to put it in the bin.
The part of that I think, I don't know if like putting it in a bin is a bad. I mean, maybe it is amongst cat owners. I don't know, but like if it's a stray cat, the part about that's bad is you folding it. Fold this poor cat. You folded the cat.
Just so kids didn't see it. I thought we were doing a good thing, but
Is there a protocol for like if you find a dead something like? I mean, like if I found a dead horse, I'd probably like call the police.
nah, that'd never happen.
on the non-emergency number. But like if I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't have picked it up. I thought kids got to discover death at some point, haven't they?
Yeah, look what happens
leave
to him.
it.
Fucking hell. You saw a dead cat when you were 6 and now you're fucked, mate. Look at you.
I don't. Anyway, like, is that bad that you shouldn't put them? If you tell me that story, I don't think you've done anything wrong. But I'm not a pet owner, so I'm not condoning like any kind of violence towards animals. God forbid.
I didn't kill the cat. I'm sure people in the comments will let us know what the actual protocol is.
I mean, we talked about killing that bird, didn't we? Which equally was accidental. The flying bird, right? Not the slang for like,
Not the How to Get Away with Murder episode.
No, I didn't.
Anyone want to go on a cruise, lads?
That's probably timed, wasn't it?
Shit, yeah. Any more?
One more. Okay. Until I was a teenager, I thought the chewing gum you always see in urinals were other guys' bell ends which had fallen off.
What, man? He must have had a gas leak at his house or something. Was he dropped on his head as a kid?
They were pretty tame then this week. Is there any more? Is that it?
That's it.
You're just craving the mention of the word knob, aren't you?
Flaps,
in some capacity.
last week's one.
Well, anyway,
Finger in my flap.
Shut up, because this is my episode, right? Thanks for watching, everyone. We really appreciate the continued support. God knows why you give it to us, but we do appreciate it. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed me hosting. I thought it was going to be a bit more. I thought I'd feel more of a rush from the power of it. I didn't really. So I think
did a good job,
I
actually.
think I'll stick to being the co-host. That's what it says in my bio anyway. So you're doing the next one.
Are both people co-hosts? Is that how it works?
Yeah, but there's normally one that, like, if you look at Jackmate, Steve is like the side guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think I'm the side guy, and I like it that way. I feel like an employee. you basically just boss me around. I turn up and I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Well, thank you for putting the effort in this week, mate. That was an honour and a privilege. We're back next week with Spam and Oreo sandwiches and another mess of an hour's long waffling. So get out your 9.4% beer. Was that last podcast or this one?
Last one.
All right.
I think.
And
It might have been this one.
we'll catch you on the next one.